Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. We're going to do another page setup in the album that we are currently making. This is the mini album mashup, album 2, and we are using the Bewitched paper collection from Prima. And we are currently working on different page setups in the album. There's only 2 fins, so there won't be, well, I say that every time, but 2 fins can hold a lot. So I don't know why I keep saying that. I'll quit saying that. I'm sorry. So we are going to make another page setup today. And this was the last video's page setup, which is super cute. But today we're going to, I think we are going to do the front of this here. So there is a video playlist for this album. I'll have it linked up here, and there's links to everything, paper collection, templates, all the things is in the description box and the first pinned comment. So I've already printed and prepped most things because I actually don't know exactly how I'm going to mat these yet. But I have a page setup that I want to do that I haven't done yet with my prototypes or this album. So I just wanted to jump right on in. So we might get these matted and we might not. We'll see. So I've got most things prepped except for mats and things. So anyways, okay. So let me show you out of the templates exactly what I have ready to go. So grab yourself a pencil and a paper so that we can, so that you can prep if you're following along with me. And you can, and this is as a reminder, you can always use different paper collections, you guys. You do not have to use the same paper collection I'm using. It's just fun to do different paper collections using the same set of templates. It just shows, you know, the versatility of the templates and how, even though it's the same template, it could look so different using a different paper collection, you know, so it's just fun, I think. But you can use any paper collection that you want. Right now we're just making a quick Halloween album because, why? Because Halloween is my birthday. So it's actually Halloween week, and I've been behind because not only is it my birthday on Halloween, but my husband's birthday is this week, my oldest son's birthday is this week, and it's just always a busy week. The last week in October is always a madness around here. So we just celebrated my son's birthday last night and my husband's birthday the night before, and anyways, so I'm a little behind, and that's okay. I think that's just the way I live my life anymore. So let's go ahead and get going on what I've got prepped. All of this is printed onto 80-pound white cardstock. It's my favorite. You can use whatever white cardstock you have. But I printed page 4. I printed page 4 just with just the plain version. I cut 3 tabs off, left 1 long tab off. I scored it, inked it, and put tape on one side. And I didn't ink it all the way, and you'll see why in just a minute. But that's what I've done for one of them. And then I printed another one that has the coffee stained background design. Then I printed the scripty page over top. So this is going to be for a side pocket. So I left 3 tabs on, cut 1 long tab off. I scored and taped the other 3 tabs, and that's going to be a side pocket. And then over here, this is the side pocket insert. And I went ahead and made it because we made one in the last video, right? And I made a boo-boo where, it's not really a boo-boo, where it matches, right, too much. But you know what? I'm just going to embrace it. I'm just going to leave it alone and embrace it. So I did it again. So we're going to make, or we made, or we're going to continue the same insert in the next side pocket. So it's going to be over here. So it's the same thing. I printed page 5. Excuse me. I printed page 5 out onto cardstock with the coffee stain version on there, and then the script. And then on the other side, the mat, I printed off with the original script for that script. Remember, there's 3 different versions of the same type of script. So I went ahead and made that one already because we already made one. So just to save a little time, oops, I've got this amethyst sitting here because I'm trying to keep my, isn't it pretty though? It usually sits to the left of me, but I'm trying to keep my candle just a little bit away from my plant because, let me move this and this, because my plant, this is the plant I'm currently have on my tabletop, and you see how this planter is tall, and normally the planter that I have on my table here is shorter, and I'm so afraid to get the candle up under there and burn leaves, so I'm trying to keep them separated. My other plant, the one that normally sits here, it was not happy with me. All right, how did I have it? And it's getting some TLC in another room, so yeah, it was not happy with me. So this one is taking its place for now. But anyway, I keep bumping into it. All right, so there's that. Then next up, oops, that's the clip for that, is page 11. I printed this onto cardstock, just plain cardstock, and that's what it looks like. So we're not going to use this piece right now, so I just cut that away. And for these two, I just cut them out. I scored, inked, and I inked both sides. I scored, inked, and put tape on the 3 tabs. So we're going to be using that. I'm going to put this aside for now. And then the inserts for that are on page 12. So this time I printed them on cardstock, obviously, and I cut them out, and then I scored them in the middle, so they're gonna fold up like this. My prototypes, I have them going like this, but they're gonna be folding up, right? They're gonna be, I don't know how do you say that? What would that be? It's just I don't know, a flip? I don't know. Somebody help me. Give me a name for that type of fold. All right, so that's all we're going to use right now for this moment. And what we're going to do first thing is we're going to put the side pocket onto the page here. So I'm going to flip this back over, and I'm going to burnish it just a little bit just in case it needs a little reminding. I'm going to take the tape backing off of the long tab. And I'm going to stick it down right here without going over that score. I've got a fuzzy something. Uh-oh, didn't center that very good. You know, scoring, when you score your pages, if you're off just a teeny little bit, it's okay. It's not that big a deal. It's not that noticeable. You know who's going to notice it? Mostly it'll be you, because you created it. So other people are not going to notice it. That it's off just ever so slightly. And it was just literally just off just a teeny little bit right here. And that's okay. I'm not concerned. So I just put tape there to make sure that the insert glides easily. And then I'm going to take the tape backing off of these two and close it up. Okay. All right. So then this insert here is going to go right there. Okay, I'm going to put this aside, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move these inserts aside as well. We are going to attach these to this page. These are split pockets, and again, I've already prepped them, and I did number them 1 and 2. It's probably not necessary, but we're going to attach them down. But we're only going to attach this the long tab. We're only going to attach the long tab for a second. And I'm going to go all the way up to the edge as best I can on the top there. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Let me double check something. Okay, perfect. All right, so in this case, I scooted it all the way up to the edges and maybe even went over it just ever so slightly. This side, I'm gonna scoot it all the way down to the edge on this side. And I'm gonna leave this big gap in the middle. There's like an 1/8 of an inch gap. And it'll make sense here in just a second. So I'm gonna take the tape off the long tab. And I'm gonna put it down. Just like that. Burnish those. And then I'm gonna tape. I'm not gonna go all the way across. I'm going to tape each one so that the insert goes in and out easily. Okay, so before we attach these down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and fold it down, and I'm going to trace the edge of these split pockets. Like that. And then I'm going to cut them out. And we're going to have ourselves 2 free flowing flips. Wow, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Free flowing flips. Now when you cut these sides, do not go past the score mark on page number 4. Do not go past that score mark. You need that. You need that. You need this strip here. You need it to stay as a full piece. Do not, like, if you accidentally do go, you know, cut past it, don't worry. Well, you'll just have to piece it together just a little bit. Let me get this one here. Whoop. Wow, I'm a little shaky. That's weird. I have 8. I think it's just a little awkward. Come on, there we go. Okay, sorry about that noise. Now I'm going to ink these up just a little bit, and I'm going to ink the back side up as well. Ooh, I did not do a very good job. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it later. Okay, so I'm going to ink the edge here just so it's not stark white. All right, now I'm going to remove the tape backing, and we're going to close her up. Just like that. Whew, careful, don't rip it, you guys. Do a little burnishing. Then I'm going to bring the book back over, and we are going to attach it down to the fin. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so I'm going to remove the tape backing. I might do the glue stick trick just to give me a little bit more wiggle room, because I might have to finagle just a bit. The glue stick trick, in case you don't know, it's just taking a glue stick and running it over top of that tape just a little bit, and it gives you just, oh, you know what, before I stick that down, I'm going to use some of that purple tape to hold this together so that it doesn't flop around so much. You know, that purple tape that you can, it's low tack. I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. Okay, my burnish. Like that. And I'm gonna burnish like this. And then I'm going to remove that. Alright, so now we've got boop boop, which, right, super cute. Where's my little inserts? And then these are going to go, is that right? Yep. These are going to go in here. Like that. Isn't that cute? Okay. I did it. I am going to erase these now. I don't think I needed to have that on there, but there you have it. Okay, now, I don't have anything picked out. Not really. For embellishing. For matting. I did go ahead and cut the extra sheet of those labels from the back of the paper pad. I did fussy cut them out. I was trying to think of what I can do, how I can mat this, what would be the best approach, right? So anyway, so I think I might use something like that, maybe, because we need to mat this, the inserts, and this. So I need to grab the mats for those. Oops. I'm going to grab the mats for page 11, which are page 30, and I'm going to grab the mats for page 12, which is page 31. I probably don't need both, but I'm going to grab both. Ooh, this one's really stuck down. I didn't de-stick that very well. So I've got those. So they're not big, right? They're not a big page, so we don't need like to start a whole nother page for this, but I did pull out some of the pieces we've already cut into just to see if that's something that I might like. I kind of want to use some flowers too, and I might end up putting flowers on this because there's room for embellishing. So I'm kind of wanting to use maybe some flowers. So I don't know, like this is a cutoff piece from something. It's not a very big cutoff piece, but it will mat these. But I don't know if I want to, I love this piece. I don't know if I want to use this for mats. I might want to use it for like a tag. That, I mean, I love this too, but I might want to use that a different way. So I've got those options. And then this one, this is the page from here. I thought about using the back side, like over here on the front. Thought about it. I don't know. I can't decide. Or do I use like a dark color on the inserts? And then, what else did I pull out? Oh, then there's this one. It's not really my favorite pattern. I mean, I do like that, but all the flowers are that color. Okay. I'm gonna, you know what? I actually do have another pack of paper. So if I mess up, well, then I will grab that, pull that out. And if not, well, then we'll use it. So I'm gonna trace these two on the back side of this dark paper here. It's not really that noticeable of like what it is, so it's just kind of dark. So I'm gonna trace this. I mean, it's a landscape-ish looking kind of thing. I do like that moon, but again, I think I want to use some flowers, you guys, so. Uh-oh, is my pencil not? I'm having a hard time deciding if my pencil's working. My pencil should be working, there's lead. Okay, so we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna go ahead and cut it. No. So I'm gonna get my paper trimmer. Oh, actually, this won't fit in my paper trimmer. Not this way, anyway. It's okay. Yeah, I wanted to keep this. I didn't want to cut into that because I thought that might be a pretty cool mat. Is it? Oh, you guys, it's actually the exact size of a mat too. Well, it might be a little bigger, but yeah. Okay. I think about those things when I am picking out mats. Like, what can I use? What other pieces can I use? How can I utilize them? Whoops. I'm just going to cut this out as a whole piece for now. Okay, so that and that. And then, let me grab my flowers. So I was going to use, these are the, excuse me, these are the store-bought flowers, not the ones that we printed. So I guess I will just go ahead and dump some in here. Oh, I guess I could just go ahead and do it all. I mean, that way I'll know exactly how many flowers I have. So I'm going to want to keep some for my cover because I want to put some flowers on the cover, which is why I bought these in the first place. I didn't buy 2 sets of flowers either, I don't think. I only bought 1 set of flowers. And to be fair, I'll probably use things like that. If I use things like this, I'm probably going to use like this on a cover. and not on a page, but I'm just going to stick them over here like this. So if I put flowers on here, something like that, that's looking kind of cute, isn't it? And then we could maybe do one of these things either here or on here. Okay. Okay, I kind of like where this is going. Okay. Yep, yep. So, let me stick those over there for a second. I think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna move these. I'm not gonna use these. I'm gonna move these. And I do have the title sheet as well of these. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep this out because this might be cool for these. Like the square, there's a couple square-ish ones. That might be kind of cool for, okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna take the mats for this one. You guys, I got a mess. And do we need to have the same thing? I'm thinking out loud, you guys. I need to think internally. Oh. Or should these be on top and bottom? One for this one for this one. I'm doing it again. You know what? I'm gonna cut this strip off. If you just take the branding strip off, this paper trimmer should be, if Fiskars wants to change something about their paper trimmer, they could make it just a little longer, where it's like 12.5 or 13, so that our big paper can fit in there. I'm going to set that aside. Not too far though, because I might need that. Right, so it would be like this. See, I like the idea of this flower being on this page. This flower being on this page. So let me give it some thought, and that way I'll quit wasting my battery here. Let me give it some thought. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got a mess going on here, don't I? I did trim out some of those frames from the title sheet. Remember I told you guys I have 2 packs of paper, so I still have the title sheet here on my paper pack thingy mabob. I just grabbed the other one, so I'll just replace this one when I put it all up. Anyways, so I think I think I'm going to, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do, to be honest. But I am going to just go with my first instinct. So I'm going to use these 2 labels that were on the back page, and that like an additional bonus cut apart sheet. One says Harpy's Harmony, and one says Blackberry Concoction. I'm going to use these. I've inked up all the pieces that I traced, so I'm just going to go for it, I think, and we'll just figure it out as we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and mat these. Sometimes the best comes out of just going with it, just going for the flow, right? The best outcome sometimes just comes by just doing it, just playing around, just adding things. And I'm going to mat these 2 as well. I haven't picked out what I'm going to do on the other 3 sides of these little inserts, but for right now, this is what we got. I need to make sure I've got these. Yep. So I'm going to stick these in here for right this second so that I can get a feel for what this is going to look like. Can you guys see? I hope you can see. Yeah, okay. So I was going to use a label on each one of these, and I was going to use a flower on the top here, and then a flower on this part. So I just need to figure out, I think I'm going to try to put those in the middle, maybe. I'm just going to glue them down. I'm not going to leave room for any sort of tuck spot because I don't think it would be big enough for like to tuck anything. I might even have to add another flower somewhere. That's it. We're just going to go in further. I'm just committing, you guys. I'm just going ahead and committing to it. See where that takes us. I'm just going to make sure that this glue only stays on the top of this pocket here, that it does not go over here. And I'm going to glue this down as well to the insert. And we may have to remove it at some point because we might want to put something else on top of that insert. But for now, I'm just going to go with the flow here. See how everything plays out. I think it looks okay so far. Well, I got my glue out. I'm going to put a little dab on this one. I'm gonna have to hold it up so I can see it real quick. Looks kind of cool. You know what I should have done? I should have put some sparklies on here. Some watercolor sparklies. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, but I did just have an idea for the inside of this insert, and hopefully I have enough scraps of this. So I need 4. So while those are drying, I'm going to trace 4 of these out, and I'm going to cut them out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I cut 4 mats for those inserts out of black cardstock, and I'm going to do a little splatter. Whoa, hang on. Just set my watercolor flying. I'm going to do a little splatter of this watercolor. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 little drops on there. I don't think we'll need that much. And then my water is almost empty, and it's got glittery bits in it already, so I'm just gonna, I don't care. I'm just going to go with it. Okay, let me move these out of the way so they don't get glittered on. I'm just going to stick them in there. Also these, I don't know if I'll use them or not, but I'm going to stick them out of the way so they don't get watercolor. And I moved my book over here. It's still drying, obviously. Alright, I'm going to add water. I'm going to try not to splatter too much because I want to do something else, like another technique on here. And we'll see if it works out. Okay. Now I just need to let that dry. That little thing, this little, it's a stamp block, that's what it is. It fits underneath my garbage bowl, so I can keep my garbage bowl. This is my garbage bowl. So I can keep it from stuff falling in it. It's awesome. Alright, now I need to let that dry. I'm going to try to dry it with my heat gun. Okay, I think I've got some things worked out. I did go ahead and trace the mats for the back of the inserts. And I do think I'm going to add these little frames here on the front of these inserts. Oh look, I can still pull that up. So look, I might just be able to glue that down like this. I am going to glue it, well, I'll probably glue it down at least on the side. I'm going to do that. Let's just do that. I'm going to glue it here. See, it's the front cover pad. I guess just in case I might want to add something behind there. I doubt it, but you never know. Give myself options. I just need to make sure I put that right back in the same spot. And then this one, I think I'm going to have to cut a notch because I want it to be, so I'm just going to take a chunk out here of that one just so I can like slide it under there a little bit so it's fully in underneath there and fully on the card where I don't have to cut it. I better glue the bottom too because I don't need to take that flower off is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I feel better just making a decision, you know? I might I might actually glue this down too. Okay. And then on the back, I'm going to do this upside down. What do I do with them? Here they are. This one goes on top, this one goes on bottom, this one goes on top, and this one goes on bottom. I'm just going to glue them down. It could be a place for pictures, a place for writing, just whatever. A place to add a little bit of ephemera. Ooh, I just need to make sure I do it right because of the way this is. For a second there, I thought I traced them wrong. It's just kind of been one of those days where I wouldn't put it past myself to trace them wrong. Okay. Okay. And then on the inside here, I'm just going to mat the insides with these. I was going to do some white, I threw it away, some white gel pen on here, but I think it might be too stark. You can use the white gel pen and then do ink over top of it where it looks a little less stark, but I decided to wait to do that. Maybe we'll do that later. I don't know, but I just decided not to do it today. But what I'm going to do is, you can also obviously use that white gel pen to write on these or put pictures on these, either way. Oh, I keep putting my lid on. I'm going to do both of these at the same time. Boy, I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? It's okay. There we go. So we got one insert. Going right here. And then we got one that's going right here. Oh, that looks so cute. Ah, I like the way that turned out. I really, really do. Okay. And then, oops, I've got some glue there. On the back side here, I did trace some inserts. I did trace some mats for here. And I was going to jazz them up a little bit, but I'm going to leave it for now. Because I've had like 10 million other ideas, and it's just too many. This is too many. This was left over from that. It was like down here, I guess. But I'm going to put that in my crafty companion. But I am just going to glue these down. And then I think I'm going to add some photo mats here. Okay, so I grabbed a couple photo mats. These are the 3x4s. See, I've cut so many little thingies. You can probably tell. I had so many ideas, and finally I was just, nothing was like, yeah, that's it, that's what I'm going to do. None of them. So that's why I just decided, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and mat this with what I've got, and then we can do something later down the road. So I'm just going to mat these here and here. Oh, that one's got, oh, I bet I used it as a temporary at some point. So I'm going to have them right behind there, so it's kind of hidden behind there. I think that was quite cute. Right, so like we can come back later and do like a label or a flower or something, or both, to jazz that center part up. So that's what we ended up with. What do we think? Does that look pretty cool? I think it does. I wish this wasn't sticking up so high, but that's okay. So I think that's what we're going to do today. That's all we're going to do today, you guys. I think that you'll be seeing this on my birthday, I think, which would be Halloween. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up. Everybody enjoy their Halloween, whether you celebrate or not. It is a Friday, so I hope everybody enjoys their Friday. And thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.